Happy 4th of July. I hope nobody picked up. Welcome to A.A. Sobriety Clean. I'm still on step 8. Okay, so here it is. Some of us may be feeling a bit weary at this point, especially if our sponsor had us do intensive writing on the first 7 steps. So if you have a sponsor that is into the steps, that's a keeper. Keep that sponsor because that means they're working the program, okay? We inventored our behavior in step 4 as we cataloged our character defects in step 6. Now we have to examine the same situations from yet another angle. It may seem as if we examine our lives and our addiction in every possible way by the time we're done with these steps. Is it all this really necessary? Yes, it is necessary, y'all. Aren't we just punishing ourselves by going over and over the same thing? Nope. Because if you go over something, if you're using and you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're chasing your drug of choice or your drink, why can't you chase where you want peace in your life? Chase your peace, okay? Sometimes you got to be like a crook moves and move, okay? Move slow, okay? Even though we know crooks are fast. But make like you want to steal back your peace. So go steal back your peace, okay? All right? But because we're not harming ourselves by doing that. The 8th step is the beginning of a process that lets us feel equal to others. Instead of feeling shame and guilt, instead of feeling forever less than, we become able to look people in the eye. That means you already made amends. You can look them in the eye. You don't have to be like, oh, I owe that person $20. I ripped that person off. I stole their pocketbook. Well, I don't think if you stole a woman's pocketbook that the sons are going to be happy about that. But if you owe somebody money, then yeah, you can look them in the eye. We won't have to avoid anyone. We won't have to be afraid. We'll be caught and punished for some negligent responsibility. My mouth is dry. I just had a salad. And you know what? We will be free. And sometimes you worry about, are you hesitating? Nope, don't hesitate. And if you are hesitating, that's because you're not ready. That means you're not ready to do the steps. Not ready not to stop using, but stop using because it's just no fun anymore, okay? It wasn't fun then, and it isn't now, okay? Some of us go to the other extreme with this step. We can't wait to get the right out there and make everything okay. Unaware that we may cause more harm, we blunder forward confessing infidelities to our spouses and our friends. We sit our families down and make them listen to every detail of our addiction, confirming some of their worst fears about what we were doing out there and filling in some blanks that, until then, had been left mercifully empty. Okay? Everybody done had that have done some stuff out there. And there's some stuff that you done out there that no, your parents don't know, your spouse, your cousins, the list is endless, okay? In a state of excitement, we give our children a speech about how we have a disease for which we're not responsible for. Okay, people don't believe that. They think, oh, you can just stop. No. You got to work the step. You got to be willing. You got to hit rock bottom in order to stay clean. You got to work the steps. Get a sponsor. Do meetings, okay? They worry about how we loved our recovery and how wonderful life is going to be from then on, okay? Because when we was using, we thought our life was... How many of you done drank something and felt that you could drive better, dance better, talk better, walk better, work better? Then when it was all done, you're like stuck. Or if you picked up a drug or a drink because you was hurting, and once that was gone, that hurt came back even more. Okay? Yeah. We stroll into our employer's office one day and announce that we're addicts, that we embezzle a great deal of money through ingenious means. but that we're very sorry and will never do it again. Now, I don't know how many times you done said that you never do it again, but I said it over 10 times. I'm never going to drink again. I'm never going to smoke a cigarette. I'm never going to do this. I'm never going to do that. And let me tell you, one day I hit rock bottom. Since 2001, I never did it again, okay? Through our own experience with rushing out to make amends are probably not this extreme. We can surely grasp the point. If we try to make amends without our sponsor, guidance, and without a plan, we can end up causing even more harm. That means, even though you amend it, if you ain't got a plan, don't just go over there and say, yo, you know what, I'm sorry for this and sorry for that. Because if you said it 100 times that you wasn't going to do it again and you did it, they ain't believing you now. They're like, oh, I'll give her a month. Oh, I'll give her a week. I'll give her 24 hours, okay? So you got to think, like, have you created more harm in any situation by rushing out to make amends before it was ready or you were ready? And what was the situation? If you robbed somebody's pocketbook, if you broke in someone's house, ain't nobody trying to amend with you. I'm going to give you to you real. Because they done seen you using, you done broke in their house, stole their money, stole their pocketbook, stole their kids' change, stole their Nintendo, PlayStation, or whatever games they got. They ain't trying to forgive you right now, okay? Some of us may still believe that we're just basically nice people who have never truly harmed anyone. That is a myth. We know that we harm people, but once you get and you amend to people and you don't do it again and you got some time under your belt, people will love you again, okay? Sometimes we're just not able to see the truth about certain situations even after many years in recovery. A suggestion that many of us have followed is that we think of someone to whom we seem to owe amends, but we can't think of the situation that resulted in our owing amends. We put the name on the list anyway. Sometimes we think of the way later on, but you know what? Just put it down and amend anyways, and once you do realize what you remember, add to it so you won't forget, because there's going to be somebody out there that says, you remember you did this to me, you remember you did that. We should do the best we can with this step for now. Contact our sponsor and keep working on our recovery. As the saying goes, more will be revealed. We just need to keep an open mind so that when the knowledge comes, we'll be prepared to accept it. Okay? So with that, I want you guys to pray. Okay, find a closet and pray in, because I'm going to tell you, it worked for me. Remember your rock bottom. Amend to people. Treat people like you want to be treated. Okay, you're going to do that anyway once you get clean. And don't pick up no matter what. So thank you for listening to A.A. Sobriety Clean. Don't forget to press the subscribe button, like my channel, and share. And don't forget to hit that bell, because that bell will let you know when I'm about to talk some smack. Alright? Peace.